Please be advised this podcast is all nonsense. Nothing you hear or see while adventuring with the worm should be taken seriously, or more importantly, fact-checked. Try not to let the mispronunciations distract you from the knowledge being shared. You're just riding with two worms trying to have a good time.
I'm going to say this is the beginning of the podcast. Welcome to the start. And I'll let you know when it's the end.
If you forget to do it now at the end, we're really disappointed in you.
Yeah, sorry if I do.
You're letting the people down. And you can't let the people down once you got the people going.
Got to keep the people on the people bus.
People bus?
Where are the people but at the pizza pickles?
What?
I don't know.
Crazy. You know what I read quite an interesting fact today.
Okay.
Do you know what the strongest animal is in comparison to its own body weight?
Wouldn't it be like an ant or something?
There is a type of ant. It's a green cutter leaf ant.
Okay.
That's third.
Yeah. Is it another
Well,
insect?
You are on the right lines, yeah.
Slug.
What makes you say slug?
I just got a feeling that if you give the slug a chance, he's strong, yo.
Maybe no one's given the slug a proper
That's
chance.
what I'm saying. I think if you... Because everyone just thinks because he's squidgy, no, and he can't be strong. But if you give him a rock to move...
Or maybe it's indestructible because it's squidgy but not strong. So he can't lift anything, but he can slide under just like literally anything.
Okay.
But no, it wasn't. It was not the slug.
Is it some sort of... Is it a water-based insect or like a land-based insect?
Land-based.
Okay. Like a mantis.
Nope.
Stick insect.
No. But it is an insect.
I don't know. What is it?
Dung beetle.
Nah, just having you on, man.
It can lift up to over 1,000 times its own body weight. Or pull. So, as a human, if you were a human-sized dung beetle, you could pull 4 double-decker buses full with people. That's strong, that is.
But ants lift rather than pull. So they're taking that into consideration.
So, one down from that, which I would prefer to be this one, even though it can lift slightly less, but it's just a cooler insect name. Rhinoceros beetle.
Okay, yeah.
And that can carry as well.
Yeah, see, I think they're giving the dung beetle too much rep.
Nah, I think it could probably...
He's just pulling things?
Nah, I think it could carry it as well, but where's it going to put it all? You try putting 4 double-decker buses with people on your head. Just not got the room for that.
Yeah, but it's only the equivalent weight of, so if you can condense that down to a little bit of Lego brick.
Maybe they couldn't... Maybe it's too... There's not a material dense enough to be able to do that on the planet.
Oh, I met some pretty dense people, bro.
Oh yeah, you could just fill one bus with all those people. Yeah. Maybe just a big car. Yeah, rhinoceros beetle. That leaf cutter ant, I think it was third. Not insect. What do you think was fourth?
Koala.
Ooh, no. We know koalas only do it if they get near the eucalyptus, wasn't it?
No,
the eucalyptus.
He's keeping them calm. Yeah, exactly.
They don't get the eucalyptus. They're probably.
That's what I'm saying. No, someone measured the koala strength on eucalyptus.
Because it's
He's raging.
because it's a civilization-ending event, isn't it? Okay. If they ever let the koalas not get their eucalyptus feeding times, it's a world-ending event, civilization-ending event.
Okay.
It's kind of an obvious one. Think of a hench animal.
Kangaroo.
Nah.
They're pretty hench.
Yeah, they're pretty hench. Like, I'm talking beastie hench, not just ripped. The kangaroos are ripped.
Yeah, they
hench.
are ripped.
Yeah, not hench though.
Okay, like
a
a hippo then.
Nah. This animal is beefy and ripped. It's got the best of both worlds.
Like a bison then or something.
Oh, that would have been a good shout. No.
I don't know then, I've named all the animals.
Silverback gorilla.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised about a gorilla being in there.
Beastie animal.
What about an orangutan? Where's he at?
He was not on the top 10. I can tell you that.
I think they're a little bit more chill than gorillas.
Yeah,
they're sort of like, hello.
Yeah, but every sort of species has its jester, or its comical uncle.
You reckon that's the
And I feel like the orangutan is like the comical uncle, isn't it? He's like sitting in the corner, having a little chuckle to himself.
Yeah, he is.
Entertaining everybody with his drunken antics from when he was younger. What would you be? Would you be the orangutan, or would you be... I feel like you'd be a good silverback. I'm definitely an orangutan.
I'd like to be those mantis shrimp. They have like the little water pistols in their claws.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think they're particularly strong, though. They're probably entertaining.
Yeah.
I'd take that. Yeah, it's just an interesting fact I read today.
That's interesting.
I was definitely doing my work, if anybody listens to this. It's a Saturday, by the way, if anybody asks. It just got released on Friday, recorded on Saturday. Yeah? Did you learn anything interesting today?
I did.
Ooh, go then.
The strongest creature in relation to its size is the dung beetle.
Ooh, when did you learn that?
Someone told me.
Oh, what? Sounds like a smart guy.
He was.
Who wasn't?
Then he hit his head.
Smart worm. He's always hit his head. Did you hit him? So he forgot. And then you told him that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting way to steal knowledge, isn't it? Get taught something, then the person that taught you. No, you'd have to remove the person that came up with that theory from society, wouldn't you?
Well, isn't that what that guy in Harry Potter did? That one who stole people's work and then erased their memories.
Yeah.
Goldrich? Goldilocks?
Nah.
Goldilocks?
Gilderoy Lockhart.
That's exactly what I said.
Goldilocks heart.
Goldilocks heart.
Gilderoy Lockhart. Yeah. He was stealing people's work. But he was there around the time where people couldn't just quickly publish it on the internet. Or you don't send it. It's only in hard copy form, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they're wizards. Surely they've got a wizard internet.
Nah. They send stuff by... Or maybe they've already gone to... That's why they send stuff... I've just worked it out. That's why they send stuff by owl. They're so advanced. They already know where this civilization is going to go. So they had to... They either got to this event where just information was too freely available and they had to shut the system down and go back to pigeon. Or maybe the robot overhaul... Is it robot? Is it overhaul? No, robot...
What are you going about?
When they take over. The robot takeover.
Yeah.
Robot takeover. That's the word I was looking for. When the robot takeover came...
Yeah.
The only way they could send information to each other without robots was owls.
But what if they got infiltrated by robot owls?
Well, clearly they didn't, because there's no robots in the wizarding world now, but there are owls still, so they know where humans are heading.
So they're trying to stop the Terminator.
Yeah, but if they tell the humans, then the humans are going to know how to build the Terminator faster.
So is Harry Potter...
I was going to say the Humanator.
So is Harry Potter a sequel or a prequel to the Terminator then?
It could be.
Because
it could be either or.
Is it the humans that have travelled back in time to become wizards, to stop technology, to stop the machine rising, or did someone travel back to the past and tell the humans, and now they're trying to change the timeline?
Or we managed to stop it in this timeline. So I was just having to work out my timelines there. So we managed to stop it in this timeline by discovering magic.
Okay.
But because the casualties were so high, we sent the wizards back. Because we don't know how to send... maybe they asked us.
Maybe.
But they haven't asked us yet, so we're not going to help them because it's rude. You can't just... interfere in people's civilization.
Also, to plug in the time machine, we have to unplug the martini maker, and we're not having no martinis.
Yeah, you got to leave it unplugged for a while as well. This guy gets cranky without his martinis. Yeah, so do you reckon it was the wizards that went back?
Maybe.
And then they're like, okay, well, we need to stop you doing this because you're going to destroy most of civilization.
And then that's why they use magic and owls and newspapers. Because that's surely one of the big plot holes when you watch Harry Potter is the internet's a thing. Why don't they use it? But that makes sense now because they want to stay off the grid.
Exactly. Because they know what happened.
Yeah.
Or they will let the Terminators know that they're...
That's it. They need to keep the information from the internet because then obviously Skynet will have that data.
And that's why Gilderoy was in that. He took advantage of it. Unfortunately, they must have sent a bad wizard back as well.
Well, yeah, there's always
going to be a rogue, isn't it? Or maybe he was good, and then when he went back, he realised, actually, could make some money off this.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went back with good intentions and then decided to corrupt the system. There's always one, isn't there?
There's always one.
Maybe we should work on a way to keep the martini maker going once it's unplugged.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but then when they do ask us, we're not going to say no. We're just going to have to go without martinis. But if we start working on how we can get the martini maker going right now...
We've got so many things to do.
You know what we could do? We could just hire someone who can make martinis so we don't have to
yeah,
do
but
the machine.
we're already over budget. Or we don't have a budget and we've gone over it.
We have bought a lot of material for all these ideas and started none of them.
Yeah, so we're already way above our non-existent budget. We've already allotted all our non-existent time. So I just don't understand how we're going to find time for this as well.
Yeah, I also think I forget that we have our own currency that no one accepts. So we're over the budget that doesn't exist. No, the budget exists, but
no one accepts it.
No one accepts the monetary value of the budget.
And when we did look at getting it converted to a currency that was legitimate, we found out the conversion rates weren't great.
Yeah, and no one's also willing to do the conversion for us. What is this material? Oh, it's not from your world, but honestly, it's real good. It smells funny. Where am I meant to put this? Wherever you want. What does it do? Well, it's money. It's a currency.
Yeah, it's a currency.
You come to the Wormcraft. That will get you
A lot.
Loads of stuff.
Everything.
Like, literally, you could buy the Wormcraft if you wanted to. How do I get there? That's your problem. I can't sort every problem out for you. We're already going to help you send wizards back. What do you want?
What do you want?
Can't do everything. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
It does make sense.
The Terminator series goes on for a while, and actually you see what the future's like when they're fighting the Terminators. So do you reckon the wizards came after that? Or do you reckon that's what happens when the wizards don't...
Yeah, that's the timeline in where the wizards didn't intervene.
I was thinking maybe the wizards came
sort
afterwards.
Of darkest timeline situation. This is the worst case scenario.
I was thinking that was... Maybe the wizards came after that.
I mean, maybe they did.
We'll never know.
Only the wizards know.
That's a good point, because they've obviously got... Oh, yeah, they'll know whether... So we need to find a wizard who's not had their memory wiped by this Gilderoy guy. And ask them... Because maybe you're not... Maybe they're going to change the timeline and it's going to affect it in a bad way. Wizards are powerful, but not smart. All of them.
Well, not all of them, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Maybe we should... No, I was going to say, what if we taught them the magic?
We don't know any magic.
Yeah, we do.
Except that really rubbish one where you put the ball under the cup.
Yeah. I was literally going to say that. We do know magic, we know that. And we know that card trick.
But the only problem with that one is you need cups and balls and a table and none.
Yeah, we do need cards for the card trick. And we've only got one card here. That's why it's so easy to guess the other person's card. You want to take a card? How many you get? Just this one.
But if you have a look at it.
I bet it's 3 of diamonds. It is the 3 of diamonds! Amazing. What else? We haven't got a lot of... Got that Diablo, though.
We have got the Diabolo.
Really got to get that string fixed, though, because it does nothing. Rolling it around on the floor is boring.
It's a fun game sometimes.
Yeah, when you're willing to roll it back to me, but when I roll it to you, you walk away.
It's tiring work.
It isn't. You're literally by the controls of the ship. You just have to just turn us a little bit.
It's a lot of work.
Also, you do have to turn the gravity on. Because I'm going to roll it to you and it just floats away.
Floats away.
Yeah.
I learned an interesting fact today.
Yeah, I know you told me. It's the dung beetle.
It's a different one.
Oh, you learned too.
Yeah.
That's over your quota. Are you just going to sleep tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Got it.
Channel 5 is no longer going to air neighbours.
Oh yeah, I found that out yesterday.
Oh,
That was my fact from yesterday.
I only got it
Whoa,
today.
Am I the one making you lose your memory, and I think you're making me lose my memory?
Making each other lose our memories, and then we just keep resharing.
So you're going to make me lose it, and then I'm going to learn it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we really don't like each other. Yeah, it's coming to an end. Though I know someone who still watches Home and Away, which I assume in Australia they might watch it quite a bit, but I didn't know anybody in the UK still watched it.
No.
I only know one person.
Who?
Someone I work with.
Oh.
I won't say the name just in case.
Just in case they don't want to be outed.
Yeah. They might be one of the people that actually listen to this. Because we don't actually know who listens by name.
Because no one ever talks to us.
Though we know the French listen.
We do, yeah.
Thanks, France. I didn't know you understood
Je
us.
suis la fatigue.
I'm tired.
I'm very tired.
No, that's just suis très fatigue, isn't it?
No, close
Is it
enough.
très?
I don't know.
Très, very, yeah.
That's 3.
Je suis
I am 3 fatigues.
No, that's très.
Yes, what I said.
And no, that's trois, quatre. Trois is 3. Tres is very.
That's
Man, you know when I. No, that's muy. Muy, very in Spanish.
Right.
I know some stuffs. I'm the linguist here. Do you want to hear the other languages that I know?
Go on then.
I think in Mandarin, I love you is what I need,
What I need.
and then I love you too is what I need. Now I may have insulted someone there or really butchered the language, but if I haven't, let me know. I could. Well, we could go to China and just. No, we've got to go around asking people if they love us, if they love us too.
Yeah, that could be problematic.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I know. A bit to this, a bit to that. Full of facts today.
Yeah, may as well change our name to Fax McGee.
I was going to say Fox.
Fox.
Like the animal.
That's-
Fox McGee.
That's taken. Fox is taken.
Yeah, but Fox McGee, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what its full name is.
So you're Fax McGee, like a fax machine. Surely you didn't mean fax as in a fact.
Yeah, no, Fax.
Fax,
FAX.
yeah, Fax. Fax McGee. And Fox McGee. Do you reckon those are the names that own the Tesco brand clothing? F&F? Fox and Fax
I
McGee?
didn't know it was F&F.
Well, it's F&F. I think it is.
Oh, maybe.
Fax and Fox McGee.
Wouldn't that be F and FM?
No, because maybe they're just going off the first name, F&F.
Maybe.
Yeah, interesting. You're learning so much today. So, how do you feel about doing a question, Sunshine?
Sure. Go for it.
Oh, I get to do it. This is the second week in a row I
Yeah.
get to go first.
It's your birthday, Christmas.
Ooh, they are together. Oh yeah, we got to celebrate our birthday in June. Was it June or July?
I
think it was June.
No, January.
Nah.
Technically when we started, yeah.
No, but then we mentioned
you
it
mean-
then, but
you-
we said we get to choose our own birthday, and we didn't say like the 31st of June or 31st of
maybe.
July or something.
I don't know. But I have to listen back.
Yeah. Someone let us know, so we don't have to listen back. So, question. Which movie monster would you have the easiest time beating in a fight?
Now, are we going to stick with the big Hollywood, like monsters, like your Draculas, your Frankenstein monster?
So not necessarily Hollywood, but you're talking mainstream monsters.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I mean. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the big names, the big guns, or we're going to include like the proper, like ones no one's ever heard of, like the Swamp Flannel.
But is the Swamp Flannel in a movie though?
Then I'm sure there's a movie that has the Swamp Flannel in it.
No, I think to be fair, we'd have to choose ones from films we've actually seen.
I've seen The Mystery of the Swamp Flannel.
Really?
Yeah.
Who directed it?
Who plays
The flannel?
Well, it was.
Victor. I know because I watched it too. That's not the point.
Yeah,
These people don't know.
in the remake Victor played. In the original, it was just a swamp flannel.
Yeah, but his name was Victor.
I didn't ever know his name.
Oh, sorry, because he's a swamp flannel. He's not allowed
Well,
a name.
he wasn't credited. He just said swamp flannel.
He did actually say uncredited. You have to go. You have to go find it on Swamp Flannel lore.
Swamp IMDb.
Yeah. Flannel IMDb, not Swamp. He's not on the Swamp one. And probably because even though he's a Swamp Flannel in the film, what's the film called again?
Mystery of the Swamp Flannel.
Yeah, there's no swamps in it.
Or mystery.
Yeah, well, he does come out within the first scene. He says his name.
Yeah.
Not his actual name, but his name. And
he says, "I'm a Swamp Flannel, and I'm going to eat you." And that's how it starts. There's no mystery. He's
and then the camera turns around and he pans and he's just eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
No, he's trying to eat humans, but then, he starts off eating humans, but I think it's quite an endearing story because then he realises the humans teach him that he can eat other things than humans. Yeah, like sandwiches, noodles, rice, and he just goes around the world expanding his flanneliness, his absorbency. Ooh, that would have been a way to write the what's it called? Synopsis.
The synopsis.
Yeah, the schnapps.
The schnapsis.
Yeah, so I'm thinking. I mean, we could choose two. We could go big.
Big name and small name.
And small name.
Okay.
So you're going to go Swamp Flannel for the small name?
Well, no, because this is what we could easily beat in a fight, and I think Swamp Flannel can hold his own. I was just using Swamp Flannel as an example of one people wouldn't have heard of. Okay.
So, let's go mainstream, and if we have time, we'll do... Or if we can be bothered. We'll do mainstream. What are we considering a monster? Is Dracula considered a monster?
Yeah.
Would you say he's a monster, though?
Yeah.
What about the Thing from Fantastic Four? Is he considered a monster?
I thought you were going to say the Fast and Furious then.
The Thing? You know that thing? What? The car thing?
Yeah, you know, the evil car.
I'm talking about Vin Diesel.
I mean, yeah, I suppose the Thing is a monster.
So we could do...
But I don't think I could beat the Thing in a fight, because he's made of rock.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying we could go... So what about... What's his name? Like Rocket Raccoon?
Raccoons are quite...
No, we wouldn't be able to beat him either. He's pretty badass.
Is Donald Duck a monster?
That
Porky Pig.
Nah, I think anything that... Yeah, maybe Raccoon isn't then either. I think anything that can be relatable to an animal or a human or insect.
It's then just an animal... Not anamorphic, that's the wrong word.
It's like it's a species of that animal.
Yeah.
So Donald was just a talking duck. Rocket Raccoon is just a badass raccoon.
Yeah.
Would Groot just be a species of tree then? Because it's a talking, walking...
But then what defines a monster?
Because so Godzilla would just be a species of lizard.
Yeah.
And Dracula would just be a species of human.
Of Dracula.
Nah, of human. Because he was human before he became Dracula.
No.
Well, not the original, the OG. But they call him the Count, don't they? They call him the Viscount. Like the Biscuit.
They call him the Viscount.
Yeah, the Viscount Biscuit. Call him Biscuit behind his back, don't they?
Oh, Biscuit!
If you ever heard that he got called Biscuit,
Human.
he would go mental. Hates mint as well. Actually really likes garlic. Misconception. They put that out in the world. So people thought garlic would defeat vampires. But it was actually the Dracula Count who put that out there. They love it.
Did you know in Dracula, well, vampire lore, Dracula lore, same difference. When they're scared of crucifixes, it's not the crucifix that they have fear of. It's the faith the person puts in the religious symbol. So that it's a universal method of stopping vampires, because any person whose faith is strong enough in a religious symbol will be enough to ward off a vampire. So obviously a crucifix is the popular one because it's Christianity and everyone knows the cross.
And people, they associate that religious symbol. So you could just use...
a toaster.
As long
if you had enough faith in the toaster and its deity that it would ward off a vampire, yeah.
Ooh. There's probably people who love toast.
Exactly.
What are those people that love pizza?
Pizza cutter.
Nah, because a true pizza lover wouldn't care about the cutter.
Yeah, but you need but you need an
any topping of it. You could just throw pepperoni up. Because you know if pepperoni is your thing, like pizza's not pizza without pepperoni.
If you had enough faith in it, then yeah, it would work.
You know what's probably... Maybe that's why garlic works, because garlic's such a good base for a lot of food.
Yeah.
And the French love it. Italians love it. A lot of people love it. And it's easy to find, because it smells like garlic.
Yeah, you just sniff it out.
Yeah. Oh, there's some garlic in there. I'm just going to go get that. I have a lot of faith in that. It makes delicious garlic bread.
Makes it delicious garlic bread.
So anything, really. You just got faith in it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Maybe that's why people... don't like they back away because they lose their faith because they're scared, but you gotta stay true to your toaster. Yeah. So would we then just say all of these things end up becoming non-monsters?
So what? So one I think we can both agree on that it would be a monster because it's man-made. Will be Frankenstein's monster because he builds that monster. Now it's from human parts.
It's not necessarily a species.
It's,
so yes,
it's a construct, isn't it?
Yeah, it's built.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, that would. I mean, I couldn't beat Frankenstein to save my life, but
I could take Frankenstein on.
Nah,
but not Frankenstein's monster.
I don't think you could. Nah, anybody who's that mad in the head to rebuild a monster.
Yeah, but I think he's also so hyper focused on it that if you can just sneak up on him and hit him with a spoon.
Not while while he's building it, but he's already built it. Now he's
always doing the next one.
2.0.
Yeah.
He's gonna have 4 arms.
Someone that obsessed is happy
He's
with
gonna
one.
have 4 arms. He just stopped it at the elbow. He stopped it at the elbow before.
Do you know how hard it is to find 4 arms?
Keep that one good intact.
Look, man, he's gonna have an upper arm and then straight to the hand.
The reason is, I meant he'll have like 4 arms, but the way I said it was 4 arms, like to just shout it.
Do you think he thought the forearm was just a useless appendage? He thought the ideal human would just be cut off at the elbow, straight to a hand.
Now, I think he was aware of what he was doing, and his fear was if he gives this monster too much
power,
too much reach,
yeah.
then it could get him. But then he was also thinking he can't bear hug me to death because he can't hug me because his arms stop here. He can barely put his hands together. So he was just like, I don't have to worry about him trying to punch me. Yes, he might be able to chase me down.
Picking objects off the floor.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Open doors.
Yeah, that's it. All Frankenstein had to do was leave the room, and he was safe. Well, actually, no. Maybe he could go through a wooden door, like he'd have enough strength to run at it head first. But I mean, he's going to struggle to wield a knife. He'd have to lean into the table to pick it up. But even when he's wielding it, he can't go very far with it, can he? Well, it's not even there.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever. You know, there's a risk of hitting yourself in the face. So I think, if anything, it was really intelligent. He didn't do it because they were difficult to... He's smart enough to build
it's
a body.
Strange that they took that out of the theatrical version.
I think it's strange that they... Yes, he's obviously mad enough to build a monster, build a human, or, you know, but they took out the part... And that he was smart enough and all that stuff. But they took out his logical thinking as well. That is logical. Remove someone's forearms and reattach their hands to their elbow. They ain't going to be able to hurt you a lot. Could you imagine an unboxing match? Useless.
Well, he wouldn't generate any force because he's got no elbow to extend. He's punch.
Nah, but when they say you punch from your legs up. So you can still do some force.
I don't think you could.
Nah, you would. You just wouldn't use boxers' legs. Because you'd be stupid then. You've just removed the reason they're going to be able to hurt you. Don't give you the boxer's legs.
Yeah, but when a boxer punches, they start and then they go forward. You can't do that if you don't have this. You just...
Maybe you spin it. Like wield it. Like a mace. Donk! Hit you on the head.
I just don't think it has the same effect.
No, but this is probably why they took it out. Because the whole point of the film is that, you know, he's gone too far and he's created something that maybe he shouldn't, or didn't think about the repercussions of what he was creating. Yes, he didn't, but he also thought about his own safety. I don't think people give him enough credit for that.
Yeah.
It's really annoying that they took that part out.
Would have been a much better film.
I mean, they could have done a comedy version of it.
Yeah.
Because then they could do the funny bits of the world in the maze and stuff. That would be a great... I'd watch that film.
Oh, would you?
Oh. Okay, so, yes, I agree.
We've got one so far.
So, my question to you was going to be, do you want to have a cut-off? Should we put in a cut-off of what we consider a monster? So I would actually consider Godzilla a monster.
Yeah.
But on the rule that, it's technically a species of lizard if you're going to, do an animal. I think it's... would end up with probably just Frankenstein's monster. So I think there should be a level. So I wouldn't say Donald Duck is a monster, it's just a talking duck. Rocket Raccoon, talking raccoon. Yes, he has skills, but he's not. Whereas Groot is a walking, talking tree. Do we now consider that's too many changes to a tree? Because the tree's already alive anyway, as is all the other things. But the only things that change between a raccoon is that it talks. Yes, obviously it moves differently, but... So is that too far? Or can we say anything... But then it also can... Oh no, trees can grow, but it can grow at exponential rate. I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, it's a hard question.
I think we need to have a cut-off. The reason I bring Groot up was... I think that's a good point to decide. If Groot is considered a monster... then what we're trying to say is that anything that can walk and talk...
But then does it have to be evil to be a monster?
What's the definition of a monster? Is it something that actually is scary? Because in fairness, a walking, talking tree is quite scary in real life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So...
A large, ugly, and frightening imaginary creature. A thing of extraordinary or daunting size.
Okay, that actually helps us quite a lot here. Donald Duck isn't, because...
He's not frightening.
It's an imaginary creature because it's a talking duck which doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But it's not large, ugly, and frightening. I think ugly's a bit unfair because that's subjective, and
That is definitely subjective.
Someone might be attracted to Godzilla. So does that now not stop it being a monster just because that person finds it? So I think we'll take ugly out.
Yeah.
I think
large and frightening imaginary creature.
Yeah, it's pretty fair. So
does that rule out Dracula then? Because he's human size. He fits the frightening creature.
Frightening. Maybe just go for frightening creature. Frightening an imaginary creature.
A frightening imaginary creature.
So Rocket Raccoon could be considered, but it's not frightening, so it's not a monster. Okay. It's just a...
So we're saying frightening
imaginary
is the
creature.
Control.
Yes. Yeah, frightening. I think that's where it becomes a monster. Otherwise, it's just a imaginary creature. Okay, so Groot, I wouldn't say is particularly scary, but he can be scary, but fights for the good guys, so...
Yeah, okay.
As long as you're not a bad guy. Okay, so... We've cleared the rules. I think that's good. So, should we start... Name some mainstream creatures. No, frightening creatures. Actually, there's no point going through a list. Because we couldn't defeat Godzilla.
No.
I think it's huge and angry. And there's so many different iterations. Are we going on the movie versions? Like the fire-breathing one. Or the... one from that puppet show where he's just a thing bashing around cardboard boxes.
That's pretty frightening.
He is. But I think a monster that can only take on a cardboard box, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be frightened by. So again, then it's not a monster, is it? It's just a man with his hand in a puppet. Trying to think about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some that aren't the big obvious ones like Dracula and Frankenstein and Godzilla.
Well, not even just the obvious ones. It's the ones that we think we can actually beat in a fight.
Yeah.
Because I would actually say the original Frankenstein probably because obviously it's got no forearms.
Yeah.
It's fast, but it's not. You know, you also throws your balance off, doesn't it?
It does.
If you lose your forearms, your balance is completely. When you run, you swing your arms to run. You don't get that momentum of the swing. And that would just stop it being frightening. It just be so funny.
Yeah, it's just a guy with short arms.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so would you say Freddy Krueger is a monster?
I was just thinking that. Because he's not an imaginary creature, though, because he was the janitor, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then he became this. The Freddy Krueger itself was the thing in their sleep, which I then think is imaginary. Cause,
then he's a friend.
Whereas Jason Voorhees isn't, because that wasn't imaginary.
No, he wasn't.
Neither is what's his name? Mike Myers.
Well, yeah, but he was great in Austin Powers.
And Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek? No, Shrek's not frightening. Neither is Jason. Is it Jason Voorhees? That's the one I just said, isn't it?
That's the one from Halloween, yeah.
Who's the one with the... Isn't there a film with two of those fighting each other? Jason versus... Oh, Freddy.
Yeah, Jason versus Freddy.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. Okay, so none of those count because they're not monsters. Scary. What is a frightening creature from a film?
Go back to the thing from the thing. It's just a thing.
How about the mist?
Yeah, you could probably take on the mist. If it's just a mist, we've got aircon.
Change the temperature.
Yeah.
Once it, because it isn't a mist created when a warm front hits a cold front.
Yeah.
So if you just lower the temperature or warm up,
But I don't think it even matters as long as you've got a strong enough fan. It doesn't matter.
just walk through it. Just walk around with a portable dice. That's definitely up there. I don't think I can take on the blob because the blob grows. Once it's past a certain size, it's just undefeatable.
What if you put him in a box?
It seats the box, doesn't it?
And now if you shut the box while he's in the box, you can't eat it from the inside.
You can.
You can't?
It is.
Told you, you
can.
can't.
You can.
He can't.
You'll see. It'll start eating through the box. Also, it'd have to be a completely... If you put it in a vacuum, then maybe. Not a Hoover. I mean, like in a airless environment.
What about them ogres from The Hobbit that just turn to stone in the day? Because we're in space and the sun's everywhere, so we'd be alright against them.
Maybe.
I reckon we could take them
Yeah,
on.
but we'd have to go outside.
No, we just have to open the windows for a little bit.
Yeah, but we're in space. You know?
No, we just open the blinds.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, I don't know. That's still subjective to the environment. Because we'd have to lure them out. They might just stay and then wait until it's dark and we'd have to keep moving.
But it's never dark in space.
It is.
It's not.
Well, you can still be in a shadow of something.
Nah, not if there's enough. It goes to places with enough suns.
Yeah, but we're not always there. We're always moving.
Yeah, that's
And if one gets into the ship and we're in the middle of like a black hole, we are absolutely done in because there's no light in there.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think that's a decent one, but I think it's subjective to where you are. I'm trying to think of something that's just genuinely such a flop.
What about Triffid?
Triffid?
It's a giant plant.
I don't think it's mainstream enough.
I don't think people know what Triffid is.
I don't know what Triffid is. Soz. But you can put that on the less well known one.
Okay.
There you go. So that's your less well known.
What about those giant worms from Dune?
Ooh,
We could have a giant worm off.
that's probably our best bet actually.
Yeah.
Because how old are those?
I don't know how old they are.
Well, they're not going to be as old as us, is what I'm thinking.
No, definitely not.
So we've got more worm experience.
I think they have got sharper teeth. They've definitely got more teeth, anyway.
How about the evil genie from Aladdin?
How would we take on a genie?
Oh, I didn't think about that part. I just thought... we didn't consider that.
Okay.
I was thinking there might be...
I think anything that has access to magic, we're at a disadvantage at straight away, unless we bring our cup and balls. And I don't know if that's going to be enough to fend them off.
To distract them. Oh, this is new magic. I've not seen this. Normally, I just conjure up snakes and tigers, but a ball disappearing and moving to another cup? How do you do it?
So, if we forget the cup and ball, we're buggered, but if
again, subjective.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done that trick in a while either. So last time I did it, I kept finding the ball. I was like, I'm trying to lose the ball. So, okay.
I think I would say the giant sandworms. I think we could do them.
Yeah, that is a really good one. I think that's probably the most plausible. Yeah. If not, I'm going full Frankenstein. The original Frankenstein.
Without forearms.
Without forearms.
Okay, yeah.
But if we can't consider him because he's not the televised one, then I'm going, yeah, we'll go sandworms.
I think that makes sense. I'm happy to say that.
Yeah.
Either OG Frankenstein's monster or Dune sandworm.
And I genuinely think they should consider actually doing the OG Frankenstein.
Oh,
even
yeah.
if they think it's going to be, well, it's not believable as a scary monster, then don't do it as a scary monster, but stay true to source material. You can make it a light-hearted drama about him being upset about not having forearms, and then he goes outside like a real human and realises, oh man, I've got real short, stumpy arms, and his boxing career has gone down the drain. I've been training my legs all this time, my mace technique.
Like it could have been a contender.
Your reach would be awful, wouldn't it? Standing at 10'7" and a 36cm reach. Did you mean 36 inches? No,
Nope.
36 centimeters. Almost 15 inches. And he thought he had huge. He's like, I'm 10 foot. Whatever I said.
There's not a chance.
Exactly. Went outside and realised people are just pinning over and picking stuff off on the floor, and he has to lie down to pick stuff up. Oh, I dropped my socks. Let me just get on my knees again.
Love that. Just want to slide his hand under.
Oh, I've got to cut this cucumber. Let me go get some tongs. Because obviously you can't hold it. Actually, nah. That'd be such a weird... I'm trying to think. Oh, you could do. Because my hands would be here.
Only just.
If your elbows can touch each other, then your hands are close enough to be able to...
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many things you couldn't do though. When he goes to the toilet...
Couldn't do a handstand.
Oh no, he could. Because your elbows go past your head.
It's a good point.
But you would just have to... You would fully have to commit. Like, you can't do that thing, we put your arms out, and then you back out.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have that opportunity because if he backs out, he face plants the floor.
It's all or nothing.
It's just like, I hit my head again.
Same cartwheels. It's a dangerous game.
Oh, cartwheels is, yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh, I really hope somebody makes this now. Oh well, there you go. That was easy. It was not easy. That was a lot of hard thinking. That was
Like brain power.
As usual.
This is the end of the podcast because I said I'd say it's the end.
Oh my god, you remembered?
Remembered? Yeah.
Even I forgot. I'm glad you were the one who said you were going to do it, because if I did it, I'd have forgotten.
And thanks for listening, as always.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!